Who's that? Commander Claw. Who's bad? Commander Claw.
Welcome back to another episode of Breaking Brews. I'm your host, Commander. I'm bringing more cards for Cloud Midgar Mercenary, and this time on this video, I went more towards like utility, setup, and gameplay when you're playing with Cloud Midgar. He is a Voltron commander. There's times where you're playing this commander and it's just, he may not be clicking, right? So let's fix our deck. Let me help you add some cards or spruce some ideas. Let's get started with Cloud Midgar Mercenary. So look, we want to remove creatures from the battlefield, right? Our opponents to have no blockers. But when they decide to block, we got to make them pay. So let me tell you about Godsend for 1 and 2 white, legendary artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +3/+3. Whenever equipped creature blocks or becomes blocked by one or more creatures, you may exile one of those creatures. Then it says opponents can name as cards exiled with Godsend, equipped for 3. So look, when this is equipped on Cloud, it doubles the trigger. So whenever a Cloud blocks or becomes blocked by, let's say, 2 creatures, you're able to exile both of those creatures now. Leaving your opponents with no blockers on the next turn. And guess what? Sometimes, your opponents are forced with a situation. Do they take commander damage or do they block? You want them in that situation. So look, this is a sneaky card. Used the right way, I'm trying to convince you to add this card. Hear me out. We got Livewire Lash for 2 mana, artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +2/+0 and has whenever this creature becomes the target of a spell, this creature deals 2 damage to any target. Equip 2. So, whenever an opponent decides to play a lightning bolt on Cloud and Cloud has Livewire Lash, it's going to trigger Livewire Lash and you're able to do 2 damage, right? But it also triggers an additional time. So you could do 4 damage. But that's not what I'm trying to sell you on. I'm trying to sell you on the idea because you're playing instant speed protection spells that give Cloud indestructible or hexproof, right? Right? So when you do that, just happens when you decide to protect your commander, you can just happen to do 4 damage to any target. Now I'm going to encourage you to add Automated Artificer for 2 mana, 1/3 body, artifact creature, Artificer. It is a mana dork. But guess what? You tap it, you add a colorless. Spend this mana only to activate an ability or cast an artifact spell. Hey, we have a Voltron commander. Our deck is littered with artifacts, right? We're tutoring our artifacts. We got to be able to play those artifacts. Why not have a 2-drop in your opening hand? You play it. You're able to have 3 mana on the following turn, or actually 4 if you have a mana land drop. Now we want to have power on the board, right? Times where Cloud has too much commander tax and you just can't play them yet, or you have them on the battlefield and you can't cast equipments, but you need to throw a powerful blocker on the battlefield or just say something that intimidates your opponents. Angelic Overseer is the card for you. 2 white, 5/3 body. It is an angel. It has flying, but it says as long as you control a human, Angelic Overseer has hexproof and is indestructible. Right. That's power on the board. And also, even when it's paired up with a human creature and you have a Voltron deck, why not put all those equipments on a flying, hexproof, indestructible creature? So this is actually one of my pet cards. I have it in my Megatron Destructive Tyrant deck. It is Slagstone Refinery. Remember, we have Cloud and we're playing artifacts, these Voltrons, equipments, and stuff like that, right? So for 4 mana artifact, whenever Slagstone Refinery or another non-token artifact you control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield or is put into exile from the battlefield token. It's an artifact with tap, add, colorless. This mana can't be spent to cast a non-artifact spell. So pretty much it can only be used to cast artifact spells or used for abilities, right? Abilities that have mana cost in them. The reason why I'm telling you to put this card in is because everybody knows by now Final Fantasy has awesome equipments. Your meta will be running more destroy artifacts. They will. They're crazy not to. It'd be crazy not to have destroy artifacts and just have the Ultima weapon, the Buster sword, any other one of them crazy artifacts that just do crazy things, right? Come on, man. So whenever you have an artifact that hits the graveyard, get rewarded with a mana mana generator, which is a power stone, and you can equip future artifact equipments. This is simple, super simple. For Masterwork of Ingenuity, for 1 mana, artifact equipment, you may have Masterwork of Ingenuity enter the battlefield as a copy of any equipment on the battlefield. Yeah, for 1 mana, copy an artifact equipment. Thank you for watching episode 2 of Breaking Brews on Cloud Midgar Mercenary. I think you guys have awesome input, so I need y'all to put some comments in the comment section to help other brewers out there on cards that have worked for you and your gameplay experience. Thank you for watching the channel. I'm your host, Commander Claw. Peace.